La 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 Hi neighbor, how you doing? I've always wanted something, and maybe it's just me, but I don't know, it seems to happen a lot. But is it just me, or the more expensive something is, the more fragile it is? Which doesn't make sense, but from my experience with all these things, like every time I buy like something that's more expensive, it's really more fragile and it's more likely to break. Like whether it be MP3s, players on phones, I don't know, even handhelds, anything. It just seems like these things are, they're more technologically advanced, but the reality is they're just more fragile. What I mean by fragile is that these things can't take a hit. Like basically, let's say you're walking around and then one day, maybe somebody runs into you and then the item just, and then it's gonna crack. It happens, but like realistically, the item just take a hit. That's a good example. A good example would be my phone. This phone right here, you see it? Like I could drop it right now. In fact, I am going to drop it, and it'll still work. Dead serious, it'll still work. I'm telling you right now. But the reality of the thing is that I don't know, the more expensive items from my experience, they don't last so long. Like, for example, I bought not too long ago, I think it was last year. I bought a new MP3 player. I think it was a Zoom HD. And see, the phone's still working. It works. So I bought a new MP3 player. It was about $150. So, it was like, at the time it was almost like, it was state of the art MP3 player. It was like nice, it was thin, slick. It had Gorilla Glass. The guy installed them. Oh man, Gorilla Glass. It'll break, indestructible. And then I don't know, about 4 months later, I don't know what happened, but I was charging that phone on my bed, and then I had the MP3 player in my hand, and at this point I bought a case for it. I bought a case for it, and what happened was that I forgot the wire was in the way for the phone, and then I tripped a little bit, and the what's it called? The MP3 player, Zoom HD, it went flying across the room. But I said, it flew. Then it went splat down. But I was like, it should be fine. It has a case. And then I turned over, and it's cracked. I'm like, So I was like, wait, it still worked and everything, but I was curious, if I wanted to replace the glass, how much would it cost? So I went online, and it's like $70 to replace the glass. I'm like, I don't want to spend that. Well, I was like, I don't know if I want to spend that, so I need some time to really think about it. But maybe about 2 weeks later, I was on my way to visit a friend, and I was passing by what's it called, a bus stop, because he lives about maybe 3 blocks away from the bus stop. So I'm walking past that. Then it was raining, by the way, too. But so what happened was a car came close to where I was, like, how they do the hydroplane, he did that, and then I got all wet, and then it wasn't that big a deal, but I forgot that I had this in my pocket, but I said, and before I even could, even react to it, taking it out my pocket, another one came. This time was a bus. It came and it just hit me again, and then, and I took out the Zoom, and obviously it wasn't working, but so I had to, but I knew a trick, the rice trick. So what rice trick is basically that when electronics get wet, you basically submerge it in the rice, because the rice can absorb wetness or water. That's how rice gets fluffy and all that. So I left it in there for 2 days, and I left it there for 2 days, and it turned on, but it turned off. I don't know why, but I was really angry, because it was just knowing that that's meant to be indestructible is very destructible. I mean, the Gorilla Glass cracked, and honestly, now I think about it, honestly, the thing didn't crack. I probably would be able to save it, but it's whatever. But I mean, that's just dumb. And what really annoys me is that like the cheaper version, the older version of like the Zoom, it will last forever, but the new one is just like it's more expensive and it doesn't last. They all have problems. All of them have problems, and you can see that for phones. You can see that for iPod Touch. The old iPod will last longer than the other one. Even phones, I don't know, but I guess the way the phones are designed now, because like they have the touch screen thing, and the touch screen is how you activate everything. And what people are not really aware of is that what I found really stupid is that the rest of the phone will be designed well, but the most important part, the touch screen, is left open, and chances are if the phone falls flat down, the screen's gonna go dark or it's gonna crack, which is a shame, but I don't know, and it's just, I don't know, I just feel like it just makes sense because all the expensive items, they're just, what's the word, they're overpriced, but they're gonna be overpriced, you should at least get something that will last, that's built like a rock. And what really annoys me is that the cheaper items, they're meant to be they are more indestructible than the more expensive items, which doesn't make sense because all the cheaper items are more fragile because in the first place it's cheaper. And when we're looking to replace it, we're looking to replace it because it's cheaper, so it's not really a big deal if it breaks or not. But that's just, I don't understand what's going on because it's like I guess it's the factory part. They really cut down on the parts they used to use before. But which begs the difference? Why is it 2 times more expensive? I don't know why. It makes no sense. Because any of these devices you get these days are just all so fragile. You're not saying people are just like, oh, Kemba, you have to be careful with your stuff. But what I'm saying is that no matter how careful you are, you're gonna drop it one time. No matter how careful you are, something out of your control is gonna happen. It's gonna cause you to drop it or have it hit the concrete. No matter how you're the most careful and most arranged person in the world, And when you drop it that one time is all it takes for that thing to drop and to break. Because you just drop it once and that's it. It's like a NFL play, like a wide receiver, rookie. Every time you catch the ball, it's touchdown one. But if you hit him once, he's done for the season. I just think it's just sit on my mind. Everything I get that really super expensive just ends up breaking. It's a damn thing, but it's not things up. But that's what I really wanted to say.